So good morning, Richard.
How are you, Michael?
I'm good, thank you. Exams are finally over, so now we have more time to focus on what we really want.
Yeah, exactly.
What brings you to me, Richard, today?
Oh, well, I was having a bit of an issue, throughout the semester that just passed with public speaking, and I was avoiding presentations, even though, in the team that I was in, they really wanted me to, help them out with presentations. So I still feel like I need to, build, confidence and develop the skills, to help me be able to, speak publicly, because I've just come to the realization that it's more like a necessary evil. You can't really avoid it.
I see. So basically, you have a hard time being confident when it comes to public speaking.
Exactly. And
what will that get you?
Okay, well, we found ourselves in a business school now, and I'm not just here for the fun of it. I see myself going into business sometime in the future, and I keep asking myself, how are you going to be able to sell a product if you cannot market it? And to be able to market a product to top CEOs, to potential buyers, to be able to talk to potential business partners in the future, you need to be confident, in how you present your ideas. You need to know how to be articulate. You need to know how to present these ideas in a logical and constructive order, so much so that when they see it or when they hear it, they're willing to buy into it. So I feel like this is like a very necessary skill, or a skill one needs to be able to have at his fingertips if they're going to go into business in the nearest future.
I see. So what's so exciting you find about this goal? You've already stated the problem, and also you brought up the big picture, because you try to think of long-term perspective. How will basically that affect you in a few years' time, whether you will be having your own company or whether you will be working for. You want to basically strengthen your confidence level.
Exactly.
So what's so exciting about this goal?
Yeah, well, the exciting thing about the goal is that I feel like I know so much, but I think I get, sometimes I don't feel confident to say what I know, and sometimes maybe it's the crowd, or sometimes it's the fear of getting laughed at if you say something that doesn't make sense, so I feel like if I'm able to, get rid of that particular constraint, or, and be able to present my ideas more effectively, I could be a force to contend with, so that's the exciting thing. I could go out there and market anything, any product, and get it to sell and get it to be accepted in the market. So that's what I'm looking at, and also, being able to develop a following, in terms of, let's say, say product and stuff like that.
So what does the success look like for you, the end result you expect?
Yeah, success for me would be a situation where if I had to, say, give a presentation in front of a crowd, I don't have to think too hard about it. I can go out there and straight off the top of my head be able to say things that make sense, and not necessarily worry about what they will think, or if I'm going to say the right things, or be able to convey my message out there the right way. That's what success would look like for me.
I see. I mean, that's very thorough of you that you think so much about this. So let's focus more on a current situation. I mean, how are things going right now for you?
Yeah, well, right now, things are not going so well, and that's why I want to, because we just finished like the first half of my program, I'd like to think, and we're going into the second half now, and we just formed new teams. I'm in a new team. I would like to help them, a little bit more, in terms of presentations and all of that. And in the process of doing that, I'll also, help build my own confidence. But success for me would be, being able to, on my own, volunteer that I want to do those things, and volunteer that I want to, making presentations and maybe answering questions in class and talking to the professors, being able to engage with my professors a little bit more. I think that's what success for me would look like.
So as I see, there are two ways of basically determining your goal. You say that you want to be more confident in public speaking to present more of your ideas, and as the end result, you generally see the overall benefit that everyone will get out of it, whether it is your team or in class or even in your own business career. So, what resources are available for you when you think in terms of this problem?
Okay, well, in terms of resources, I recently we had formed a few clubs at school. So there was a particular one called Public Speaking Club, So
you joined?
Yeah, I'm a member of that. I signed up for that because I felt that there were a lot of very good speakers on that club, and from them I can learn a few skills, how to be able to engage, a crowd and, deliver the message and not at the same time not make it too lengthy so that they don't lose concentration. Also, the right way to approach certain topics. And I felt that in that club also there will be an opportunity for me to, for us to switch turns and, make presentations, and basically develop our skills. Also, the other resource I think I have available to me is with school. So coming up in the next second half of my program, I intend to, take initiative more in terms of presentations. So I feel that by constantly doing presentations, I'll begin to get rid of that fear as I internalize the process a whole lot, a lot more.
How do you feel right now about having a public presentation speaking? You are supposed to deliver a presentation, you just all alone in front of a class. How would that make you feel right now?
Well, I think it would make me a bit nervous because I feel like my confidence level is not quite there yet. So it would make me very, very nervous if I had to do a presentation in front of, my classmates. Now think about if it had to be even strange faces. That would make me even much more nervous. So I think where I am right now is not really good. There is still a lot of work that needs to be done to get me to where I want to be.
So what values are the most important for you in terms of approaching this goal you set for yourself?
Well, values, like I said, probably, going into being more active in the club that was registered.
So participating more.
Participating in the club, yeah. Maybe probably taking up a leadership role there. So that way I will be able to learn more from the people, of which I had an opportunity to, but I turned it down because I felt I wasn't going to be able to, to do the job. So I'm hoping that I will go back and take up that role so that I'll have more responsibilities. So I'll probably be a member of that. Maybe look for a few other clubs that can help my public speaking skills, and then I think the other one would be like my presentations. I want to really, in my team, take initiative to do more of the presentations. So that way, I think those are the ones that I value the most from now. And then hopefully, as I internalize those skills, probably going forward into the business world, it will come now naturally.
If you were to determine a few potential barriers right now that you are facing in terms of achieving the confidence level you desire so much in order to be able to fluently speak and basically perform public speaking, what would be those barriers?
I think the first barrier is the lack of determination and maybe fear, because I haven't really been bold enough to take the bull by the horn. And the other thing is when you find yourself in a team of 4 students, because I constantly make reference to school because that's my current reality right now. So it's like there are people who think that they're better at these things than you are. So it becomes a bit difficult to be able to get them to take the backseat and then so that you can try, because everybody's really driven by wanting to get good grades, so they wouldn't let somebody who's not particularly strong at a particular skill to try, even though that person is willing to learn.
See, so basically you are being very thorough about how do you view yourself. So what are the ways you can approach this issue? What can be done better?
Yeah, well, what can be done?
How can it be done?
Okay, what can be done better is that I'm going to, on my own, start practicing privately throughout this holiday. On some of the presentations that we've had, I will try to do them on my own, in my own quiet space. You know, start developing that confidence, and then when I go into my team, I'll probably start to show them that I've made improvements. You know, so maybe that way they will trust me a little bit more. You know, so I think we get perfect through practice. You know, so on my own, I intend to practice a little bit more. Then go to my the club, speak to the president, and let them know that this is the constraint I'm facing, and this is why I decided to join the club. And maybe they can also, you know, help me. You know, probably give me a little bit more responsibility when it comes to terms of making presentations or public speaking.
Of course.
Maybe even if it's maybe in a situation where I intend to also speak to the other clubs. You know, maybe in a situation where we are hosting, if they're hosting a new, let's say they're having a new like seminar or meeting. You know, if I could be given the role of, you know, getting to introduce and, you know, making the groundwork and communicating with students, let them know that, okay, listen, there is a new guest speaker coming, or there is someone coming into, you know, campus, and just to rally around and get students to, you know. So I think that way will put me in a position where I'll talk more to students, and then I'll be building my confidence in the process.
Of course. So are those all the options you can think of, or would you like to brainstorm even more?
Yeah, I'm also looking at getting a job, you know, a part-time job. I'm done, or maybe a job in marketing by the time I get to my elective phase. So if I get a job in marketing, I'll always be out there talking to clients, you know. So that will be another way that I can develop my public speaking skills.
So you would be forced by the job itself to speak. Of course, it makes perfect sense. So what are some advantages and disadvantages of each options? What do you think, Richard?
Well, the advantages of being at the real estate club is that, at the public speaking club is that, you know, you get your chance. Many opportunities will present themselves for you to, you know, get to grow your skills. But the thing is that the other people who think or who know how to are better at this skill than you will not let you take, you know, the front foot. You know, and also the thing is, when it comes to the working in the teams, the advantage is that you actually have like real intellectuals that you can make presentations to and get asked questions to actually test your knowledge and see how good you are at this thing. But also you have grades on the line. So a lot of students are not going to, or team members who don't want to put their grades on the line just because, you know, you want to develop a skill that, you know, you think is a weakness.
Okay, Richard, so you basically mentioned several options. First of all, you want to be more active in terms of your team and contribute more to the presentations, even taking up on the role of you being the presenter. You want to speak to others and basically network among the other clubs in order to improve your public speaking skills. You also mentioned the potential way of improving your speaking is by getting a job in marketing, which would focus you on speaking your own mind. So which of those options do you think would be the best choice?
I think the best choice would be, you know, to start first with my team and with the public speaking, with the club. You know, so I feel like if I'm able to grow myself through those two places, and then I can now take it to the professional environment. Because I mean, I would hate to go into the professional environment and make a mess of myself. So I would like to start small and then, you know, get out of there.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, let's say, how much are you committed to achieving this goal?
10. I'm very committed to achieving this goal. Because I mean, I'm left with only probably 9 months of active schooling for my master's degree program before I get to face the real world. So it's a race between, it's like a race against time right now.
I see.
Yeah.
So when do you intend to get started?
I'm hoping to use the 1 month of holiday. I'm not going home, to start my practice on all the other presentations that we had, and probably make a recording of myself and see how I perform, build my confidence, and then hopefully next month, as soon as school resumes, and all the students are back on campus, I intend to hit the ground running.
I see. So, as the end result, I mean, how do you imagine you would celebrate success?
Well, success for me would be a situation where I'm getting called by my team, or my team is actually lobbying and voting me to say, no, we need Richard to do the presentations because he's so good at it. You know, it would be a situation where the other clubs will call me if they're expecting a special guest because they want me to also speak. It would be a situation where in the public speaking club, you know, other students who are now having the same issue I'm having now are being connected to me to say, okay, you need to help them because they are facing the same challenge that you faced, and you made it out of it, and we think that you have a skill to help them. So that's what success for me would look like.
Okay, well, thank you, Richard.
Thank you.
I hope I've managed to help you, and
yes, you have.
Please do let me know how does your feedback go.
Definitely, I'll be back in a month's time.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.